July 2026. The night sky over the Middle East is lit up, and a localized conflict is rapidly escalating into a hot war. For 11 consecutive nights, the United States has dropped munitions on Iranian targets. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth recently laid out the raw math of this operation. The direct military cost has already hit $37.5 billion. President Donald Trump is now threatening to strike a suspected Iranian nuclear site, known as Pickaxe Mountain, heavily and soon. In response, Tehran has promised to expand hostilities across the broader region, rather than back down from the standoff. While the military maneuvers dominate the headlines, the resulting financial shockwaves are about to hit bank accounts worldwide. Behind the missiles and the maneuvers, this conflict is putting immediate pressure on the physical routes that keep the global economy moving. Look at this satellite view of the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. It's a narrow 20-mile maritime choke point wedged between Yemen and Djibouti. Iranian-aligned Houthi militias are leveraging this exact geography. They're actively threatening to blockade Saudi Arabian oil tankers trying to move through this tight corridor. To understand the immediate danger, look at India. They rely on this specific route to import nearly 600,000 barrels of oil every single day. This newspaper report shows the damage. A threatened blockade caused India's crude to jump from $68 to over $85 a barrel. The chart maps this volatility. Brutally, every $10 increase forces India to spend an extra $42 million a day. A regional militia with a few modified trucks and anti-ship weapons is effectively taxing the energy grid of an entire subcontinent. The situation could easily worsen. Goldman Sachs is warning that if the conflict drags on, global oil could hit $120 a barrel. That specific price point matters, because crude oil provides the foundational chemical building blocks for modern plastics, alongside its role as a transportation fuel. This graphic is for POLYMER BAZAAR, a data provider that tracks the massive global polymer and plastics manufacturing sector. If crude spikes to $120, manufacturers are forced to reconcile their existing financial projections with a sudden, massive increase in raw material costs. These rising costs are passed straight down the supply chain. Suddenly, items ranging from automotive parts to everyday plastic grocery bags become significantly more expensive to manufacture. It's a direct chain reaction. An airstrike in Iran triggers a maritime blockade in the Red Sea, which spikes the barrel price, which inflates the cost of everyday consumer goods at your local checkout counter. Global industrial profitability relies on highly calibrated mathematical models. Geopolitical flashpoints break those models instantly. This economic reality explains the desperate international scrambles currently unfolding to contain the financial bleeding. President Trump is holding high-stakes meetings with Lebanese President Joseph Aoun, aiming to broker peace with Israel and stabilize the northern Mediterranean front. Simultaneously, backdoor negotiations are unfolding in Islamabad between Iranian officials and Pakistani Army Chief Asim Munir. The urgency of these peace efforts reflects a direct concern for the global economy, as the threat of a wider recession follows every military escalation. To stop the compounding financial hemorrhage across global industries, the Bab el-Mandeb Strait has to be reopened to commercial traffic. In a hyper-connected world, a localized airstrike or a blocked shipping lane acts as an immediate direct tax on billions of people.